So I realized when we moved to Australia, so I was about 6 years in, 5 years, 6 years into my PwC career, I realized that I didn't want to be in the kind of audit world much longer. So that was a conscious decision I made, and then moved. And this is the kind of advice I try and give people is understand what the rest of your business does. So if you're in the Big Four, taking that as an example, they've got so many avenues of consulting, advisory services, all that kind of stuff. Spend the time talking and networking and going around the business and being really religious about carving out, say, half a day a week or whatever that may be, and really network, and in the right way, not fake networking, but like really try and understand what people are doing and what the different teams are. I did that with the strategy consulting team, and actually it really excited me. So just being able to think differently, I learned a hell of a lot. And I was working with McKinsey, Bain, BCG guys that have come in into strategy consulting. Now, these guys have got phenomenal minds, and they also have a phenomenal way of showing it in PowerPoint. I mean, PowerPoint is an art. And candidly, I came in at senior manager level. I struggled for the first 6-9 months. That was a big step change from being, Excel-based kind of audit Word documents to thinking differently about a company and a client, and thinking how you can really help them solve a strategic problem, not just looking back at their numbers and make sure they're right for the previous financial reporting period. That was hard. I had to put in a lot of hard yards and got a lot of coaching from people around me. But I wouldn't be able to make that move if I was applying for a strategy consulting role elsewhere. Chances are now, because I was a bit further along in my career. Now, if you're doing that maybe 1, 2, 3 years in, you might be okay. But I was kind of, by that point, 7 years into my career, I didn't want to go all the way down to the start of the ladder again. So really try and do it, look inside the companies you're working for and try and make those moves internally. So I think mine started off as a secondment and that became permanent. I think no one had really ever done audit to strategy before. So it was a bold and brave move looking back, but I'm of that Richard Branson mindset of say yes and figure it out later. So there's a lot of figuring out to be done, but that kind of level of rigor on strategic thinking has set me up in such good steads into later roles. And then the strategy to commercial move was an interesting one actually, because that's where the strategic accounts program we had at TransUnion, the big accounts that we were trying to make some material share shifts moves, it wasn't working to where a former CEO wanted it to. So there was a conversation of, will you come off the exec as the strategy and planning leader within a year of being that role to take on a team and to really try and make some change and to drive this strategic thinking and the revenue story there. That was a really, again, quite a bold move looking back.